Ujambo, which means hello in Swahili. It's MrBettsClass Global Final Review Episode 6, Africa and Islamic Expansion. Today we're going to remove our Eurocentric hats, take a look at the birthplace of man, and explore a civilization that was thriving while the crumbs of the Roman Empire were just trying to get by. Just wanted to remind you to take the pop quiz and learn how you can win your very own MrBettsClass video. Alright, let's start with the second largest continent on Earth, Africa. This is Africa. Geographically speaking, it's pretty diverse, but considering it's 5,000 miles tall, that should be expected. We can separate Africa into 4 climate zones, with the largest being the savanna, or grasslands. Yeah, you thought I was going to say the jungle? Nope. The jungle, or more appropriately the rainforest, is the 3rd largest zone. Deserts, namely the Sahara in the north and the Namib and Kalahari in the south, are the 2nd largest zones, and due to climate change, both natural and man-made, are growing bigger in a process called desertification. The last and smallest zone is in the north and is appropriately named the Mediterranean zone. Now, it's thought that early Homo sapiens lived in Africa, and about 70,000 years ago they slowly but surely started to migrate or move. Also, remember that one of the earliest and greatest societies in history was also in Africa, the Egyptians. Everyone always forgets that Egypt's in Africa. The linguistically united Bantu people of West Africa had a major effect on African culture as well. Around 500 AD, they started to migrate south, probably in search of better farmland, and over the next 1,000 years, they made it to the southern tip and spread their Bantu language. Now, 3 great civilizations of West Africa were Ghana, Mali, and Songhai. All 3 of these societies rose to power because they controlled the gold and salt trade. Gold because it was the most valued currency, and salt because you need it in your diet so as not to, die. The Kingdom of Ghana, located around the Niger River, controlled this trade and thus controlled Western Africa until the 1100s. By 1250, the Kingdom of Mali had taken over, as well as a relatively new religion, Islam. Mali's most famous ruler was Mansa Musa, the richest person ever, and when he undertook his Hajj, he gave away so much gold in Cairo that it disrupted the economy for 10 years. By the late 1400s, the Songhai had taken over the area, including the city of Timbuktu, possibly the leading center of learning at the time. Remember how I said that Islam had spread to West Africa by the time of the Mali? Well, it spread to other places too. Well, soon after Muhammad's death, there was some question over who would lead the religion, resulting in the Sunni and Shia sects. There was also doubt that the religion could last by some Arab non-Muslims. Yeah, the words Arab and Muslim, they don't mean the same thing. You wouldn't call Indonesia, the country with the most Muslims in the world, Arab. Maybe you would. Americans aren't very good at geography. And Islamic people countered by forging armies, first defensive, then offensive. Quickly, they took over the entire Arabian Peninsula, eastward to the Indus River, west across North Africa, and even Spain and Sicily. Conquered people who didn't want to convert had to pay a jizya or tax, but normally they were accepted into society. Many empires sprung up in this new Islamic world, including the Umayyads, the Abbasids, and various Turks, the most famous being the Safavids and the Ottoman Turks, who brought down the Byzantine Empire in 1453, and whose own empire would last until World War I. In India, the Islamic Mughal Empire was started in 1526, whose famous ruler, Akbar the Great, was known for promoting tolerance, reforming government and social practices, and for his grandson's tomb for his late wife, the Taj Mahal. This example of Islamic Indian cultural diffusion is just one incredible contribution of the Islamic world. During Islamic's Golden Age, from mid-8th century to mid-13th century, Muslim empires made advances in architecture, literature, preserved ancient Greek philosophy, developed early algebra, were skilled in astronomy, created early credit systems for trade, and made medical advancements like cataract surgery, stopping infections, and even made medicine taste good. This golden age would last until the Mongols took Baghdad in 1258, but we'll cover that in the next episode, as well as the Tang, the Song, and Japan. Don't forget to like, subscribe, make up your quiz, be safe, and I'll see you next time.